Hello, everybody. I just realized something was missing, and I was like, "What is going on? Like, what is missing?" It's the music thing, the music widget. Where is that? We need to here. Wait, let me. I always forget. Okay, that's chat. That should be the music widget. I don't know why it's not working right now. Interesting. Maybe when the next song comes, it'll change up. Anyways, hello everybody. I just realized how much I need to cough. So I'm gonna do that real quick. One day my mute button isn't going to work or something, and you guys are going to hear probably the worst noise ever. So just be ready for that. Anyways, let's head over here. Get warmed up. Today is a special day. Today, where did I put my pen? Why did I not throw away my old one? What? Kavel. Whoa, where is it? Oh, there it is. I put it in the wrong. I put it facing the wrong way. Cool. Um, we're doing 50%. We're doing 50% for maybe a week. It's really however long I decide. Also, I messed with the lighting. The lighting actually reset. My power flashed. So I'm still trying to decide what looks best. I think this is good. Um, but yeah, we're done with part 3, I think, of lesson 6. Part 3 or 4. Let's see. What did we do so far of our independent constructions? We did the tape dispenser, the stapler, and the clamp. And maybe one before that, but like I'm only talking about non-demo ones. I don't think so. So we have 5 remaining. Are we going to be much faster? Yes. Oof, almost smeared ink. I mean, I probably could have maybe tried in time. But yeah, I'm tired, but at the same time, today was not a bad day. It was the first time in a while it wasn't a rough day. Things happened that weren't bad. Work got completed. Yo, what's up, QR? How's it moving? Why is my voice so shot? Maybe I'm sick? I hope I'm not. Last night when I was drawing, my pen keeps acting funny and it worries me. The tablet was like $40. I got it on sale. So I wouldn't be totally opposed to replacing it, but at the very same time, I don't want to spend another $40 just because my tablet's acting up. I don't really have to do that one with my pens. Got a new drawing tablet today, Magic Drawing Pad. Heck yeah, what brand is it? Is it called the Magic Drawing Pad or just you call it that? Very exciting. Also, I need to check the art share. You mentioned you were working on a piece that you're really excited about the other day. XP pin. I think Delano has certain words about XP pin. Not to scare you. I think Delano. There's some brand he vehemently does not like. But super exciting. I hope you're excited. You sound like it. Have you gotten it set up and everything? Yeah, huge. Great to hear. What kind of tablet is it? Is it a screenless screen tablet? Kind of pin, pressure, tilt, all that stuff. Feel free to not answer because you just want to keep drawing. I wouldn't blame you. But I am curious. Has tilt. Ooh, very cool. I've always wondered about the ones with tilt because mine does not. It's not necessarily something that I need, but it is a good thing to have for sure. Honestly, no hate on Procreate because Procreate looks really great, but I'm kind of just I haven't used Procreate, so I can't make an opinion of it to contrast. But I'm very happy with my workflow right now. Independent as it runs Android. Ooh, gotcha. I was curious as to what independent meant. Oh, yikes. Whoa. Kavel, you got a ghost, dude. That's like half the battle. How's your day? Any plans on what to draw? Yes, thank you for asking. This is gonna sound cliche, but like right as before stream was starting, you know, I walked into my restroom to use the restroom as one does. But like I saw my face when I opened the door, and I saw my face in the mirror, and I was just happy. I was just like smiling. And I know it sounds cliche and freaking whatever. And then he smiled. You know, shut up. But like I don't know. I don't feel like I've seen myself smile that much recently. And so that was a nice reminder that today was not too bad. It was a pretty decent day. I'm very happy with it. As for what we're gonna draw, we have an entire book full of backlog drawings, and I've selected 2 candidates for today. One that is a bit intimidating. There's a lot to it. There's a lot of things there, and one that's slightly less intimidating, but it's gay as shit. And I'm not sure if I want to draw it on stream. Just for the feeling of embarrassment, it's quite homosexual. But we'll see. We'll see. I'm down for either option. Book of background drawings, yes. Or backlog. Sorry if I said background. Backlog drawings. Yeah, it's called the backlog book. Right here. Got it for like $1 on Amazon, probably less than that. And it's just full of drawing ideas for things that I want to make, things that I have made, things to catch up on, things like that. Gravel PFP, I don't want to do that one. I don't like that one. The rule of the backlog is I just get the idea down, right? Get it to paper as fast as possible. Capture the idea, right? I'm not trying to perfect it at all. I just want to process it, right? I highly recommend it, not as a point of like, your drawings will be 10 times better. I don't think it's made my drawings better per se. It just stops me forgetting them, and it helps me be a lot more creative. Because, you know, I don't need to tell you this, Cure. I'm preaching to the choir. But, you know, your ideas are ephemeral. No matter how great your like internal mind like visualization is, maybe you have aphantasia, so you don't have it. It doesn't mean the drawing is formatted, right? There's a lot of things that need to be solved when going from idea to paper, no matter how good you think your idea is, right? There's going to be tangent lines, there's going to be technical issues, there's going to be all this stuff that you have to solve. And so getting it down in a low fidelity and forcing yourself to write like annotations of what you want in there, first of all, it helps you remember it, right? It solidifies things. But it also makes you capture the intent of what you're trying to draw in the first place, right? It's no longer a nebulous idea, it's this, right? So yeah, I like it. How it usually works is I'll be like showering at like 12 a.m., 2 a.m., whatever, and I'll come out of the shower and be like, oh my god, I have this idea. And I'll spend like 20 minutes just sketching it all out, or less, right? In my bed, and then I fall asleep. And man, I'm overshooting today. But yeah, I really recommend it. And like, you know, I use my favorite non-photo blue pencils. It's very low stakes. I typically don't even erase, because like, not as of like, oh, erasing's bad. It's just because I'm trying to get the idea down fast enough before I forget it, right? There's only been one drawing that I started drawing in the backlog. And then it became like I went straight from the backlog to a sketch layer. Usually the backlog is just like an idea, and then I remake it. Blah blah blah. Like ooh, my chair's so squeaky, dude. I need to tighten it. Oh yeah, this one. If you guys have seen this drawing on my website, this was originally the Billy drawing. Look how crap that is, right? Like it's what the hell is that? But it has a bunch of notes. And then we made it the next day, right? And so get yourself a backlog sketchbook. Make sure it's the crappiest sketchbook you could buy. Go ham. In fact, that's something I would never even do digitally. I feel like the tactile just, that's what I need to do stuff like that. Of course, there's no right answer, but for Kavel, the best answer is traditional for things like that. However, it does suck if you have an idea and you don't have your book with you. But then you message the Discord at 2 a.m. and text your friends, hey, I want to draw this, and then you wake up and they already drew it. Shout out Bear Mug. Yikes. Whoa. Kavel, let's ghost a little. Come on. Yeah, the backlog started as like, holy crap, I keep forgetting the drawings I want to make. I'd like sit down and be like, oh crap. It's also a good litmus test because like some of the ideas I'm like, I revisit and I'm like, oh my god, that's an awful idea. Why did I think of that? Sounded good in the moment, but in practice, oof, that's not good. Oh my gosh, do I not know how to draw ellipses? What's happening? Kavel, commit, come on. Whoa. We're not streaming Drawbox content for a stream and I act like I can do whatever I want, man. Oh my god. Oh my god. My hand smeared the ink and then I started pushing the page. We're gonna do one more sausage form because I am not impressed by that performance. And a little bit more shoulder drawing is good for today because we're gonna be sketching with the tablet, so. And I already smeared the ink. This traditional rage bait is helping me. Grinding alert, grinding alert. This traditional rage bait is helping me be like, yeah, we're doing traditional for the rest of the stream. I mean, if I slowed down, I probably wouldn't be smearing as much ink, but maybe that's a warning for the stream. I'm in a very active mood, energetic mood, so I may be rushing a little bit, which means we should probably slow ourselves down just a little bit. Yo, what's up, Bear? How's it moving? Bear, once again, amazing work on the silver drawing. Fast, fast, fast. That reminded me of Project Hail Mary, but I'm not going to say anything about that because I don't want to spoil it for people. My friends loved it, and the people who actually played Deadlock, they thought it was epic. I was looking at it more, and man, putting a character behind a character like that, like kind of behind and around a character, that would have caused me so much stress with tangent lines. You are a trooper. Great drawing. Anyways, just because Bear got here, we'll run 2 minutes of ads. I'm gonna get Krita and everything set up. Today is a digital stream. I was gonna do a traditional sketch, and I thought, I don't care, so we're not gonna do that. We'll talk about the 2 drawing options we have today. We'll pick one, and then we'll go forward with it. One of them is intimidating, but we'll talk about that in a bit. A couple of tangent lines, but I didn't quality control every part of it. I mean, still, for someone who didn't quality control every part of it, I think you did excellently. Like, that was a difficult drawing, for sure. Okay, you're back. To be honest with you guys, I have no idea how pixel ratios and like sizes of images work. Work in drawing, getting warmed up to your screen tablet. Heck yeah. Like, usually, I don't know why I just picked this number literally randomly. 2048 by 2048, I start every drawing that way. And then I usually upscale it like for the bowl guy, which only server people know about. That one. Oh, we have another drawing that I would like to do too. We have 3. What the heck? Oh, this is bright. Time to use my Trend Fiddler color palette to change the color of the screen a bit. I need to be able to like create a preset canvas. Settling down. Cool, cool. So, let's get over here. Erm. Are we here? Is it happening? It is. Oh, wrong one. My lights are off. Cool, let's get started. Yeah, I would love for today's stream to go long, but I do have a lot of stuff to do tonight. Yeah. So, let's talk about what I was planning on drawing today. We're not going to get far. We're not going to even finish this one, and that's okay. We're going to take our time. Backlog drawing number 1. This one's very messy. This one. This is my construction for Luca, by the way, for those who think it's a bit strange. It's going to be basically Luca looking in like a storefront and Gravel with like 80 bags in the background. And I want to give Luca a nice jacket. This was kind of like the idea of his face. I don't know why I did this. These are done at like 3 a.m. So, this one's back from March. It's now April. So we're going to put that off to the side. That's kind of the inspiration. We're going to block stuff in for how we want things to look. The perspective ideally here is pretty decent. I think the VP is a little bit too high, just composition wise. I do want Gravel to be in the frame here. Just he's very, very far away, right? So I was like, well, this could be a fun opportunity to learn how to use Krita's perspective tools, which I think would be gangster. I'm actually going to do the initial sketch first without it, and then we're going to use the perspective tools to like solidify everything to help us be a bit faster. But I would like ideally to get the first drawing down on its own. This kind of drawing is very inspired by like Nagabe's work. Not so much texture wise because Nagabe has great texture, but I'm not too into texture like that. More so like scene and perspective stuff. Nagabe has like really cool scenes, I guess you could say. So yeah, we're just gonna get started here. Also, yeah, I've switched from my love for pencil 4B to charcoal pencil medium. Sorry to drop that on you guys like that. I forgot to log my canvas. Yeah, this is my Turan Fiddler style palette. So, kind of wish I had PureRef open as well so I could look at this on the side. Because this isn't as fresh in my brain as I'd imagine. But we do just kind of want to lay out what we want here. We want Luca's face to be present, but also still, you know, foreshortened. We're looking at a pseudo side profile here. Just really low fidelity, block everything in. I'm a bit worried that I'm imposing high expectations on myself while doing 50% on stream. That's always my worry. So I'm just gonna kind of do my thing. The hardest part about this is finding the right lines for everything. What that means is like, oof, push crack. This is 2 point, And I want it to be, what? Oh, jeez. I want it to be foreshortened, but I like don't want to expose the top plane of his head too much. So I don't want the rest of the perspective to be too dramatic. Like what I'm doing right here, that back, it's a little bit much, right? This right here establishes where the VP is going to be. Um, kind of. We can cheat a little bit. Okay, we're just gonna muck around. It is, like I said, much harder to for me to commentate while doing things digitally. I don't know why. Maybe my faculties are being used up a lot more. Part of me wants to steal and use the initial sketch that we had. I'm not sure if it's just like it that takes off the cognitive load and that's why I'm wanting to do it. Or what. I also do have a concern that I made the face a little bit too thin here, which would change by just heightening the foreshortening of that. Now it's a square. Yeah, I think there's not really a reason not to. Let's use that one. We'll import it as an image. There we go. Just gonna make sure it's at an appropriate size. Yeah, that's perfect. Now, are the proportions here good at all? No, but we're stealing the perspective, not the proportions. Uh-oh, don't tell me my pen's doing this bug again. I just thought I fixed it. Let's hope not. It is, dude. Oh no. This is like, sure, it's not the newest, how does this work? Newest tablet, but how do I get the nib isn't coming out? Uh-oh. There we go. That worked. I heard you can like tap it on your table to get the dust out. That possibly helps. Question mark. Interesting. Anyways, these purely horizontal and vertical lines are killing me, so let's slow down work to our... I actually don't have like any sense of time whenever I draw digitally on my own. I could be there for an hour and I don't know. So maybe that's why I am a bit interested in like me drawing on stream or concerned about it even. It's like I have no idea how long this takes. Other than like the very few times we've done 50% together. Am I a very slow worker in every respect? Yeah. Do I need to adjust my chair to make sure I'm like doing good posture and stuff? Yeah. Why am I so worried about penmanship for a sketch layer, dude? That is a good question. I can see this working. I like using a kind of cubic form for Luca's schnout. I chose a cubic form because pumas have that very strong bridge. A lot of big cats have that like stronger bridge to their nose. So I found it important while constructing it. I kind of feel like lesson 5 kind of lies to you for the sake of difficulty. Actually, no, it doesn't lie to you, but it's like I wouldn't do pure lesson 5 construction ever for things. I use a mix of techniques, but lesson L5 has some tougher standards of expectation. Like I wouldn't construct every animal with a sphere. Not that actually no, yeah, I don't think they strictly impose that you use a sphere for the I can't even draw a sphere digitally, can I? For the cranium. But at the same time, I guess maybe it's not even lesson five's fault. It's my fault for assuming that I need to use such shapes for every animal. I'm gonna reset this. We're at the part now where I need to stop really caring about the sketch that we did underneath and start caring a little bit more about making my actual construction that we're doing here coherent. And you know what? That's okay because I think just getting this box down in the first place is much more helpful than anything else. There we go. The plane of this seems a little bit too high. I guess for now. Here's my least favorite part is figuring out where the torso goes every single time. It's such a arduous task. But we're working digitally, so we can amend those mistakes pretty quickly. This heightens the perspective a little bit too much. Maybe you want a smaller degree for that. Yeah. Yo, what's up, Dio? How's it going? Okay, too small of a degree change. I'm not sure if it's common to refer to the, surface area visible of a plane a degree as well, but I'm doing okay. Pretty decent day today. Still tired, but tired with a purpose, I guess. Coding, of course. I will never be doing anything different. But it's actually some of the kind of code that I like writing, so. Actually, most of my stress hasn't even been the code. It's been my classes, or the class that I'm writing the code for. Not the code itself. The code itself could do no harm. The neck would be going forward, wouldn't it? Let's get a little bit more gestural in this. Yeah. Maybe I was zoomed in too much. Maybe that's what was. Oink. Okay, maybe I was zoomed in too much. I'm feeling the flow a little bit better now. Yeah, I'm seeing it. Nice. Oh, geez, that's the head. I will use the R method. It's not really a method. It's just pressing a keybind. I think I've built the habit of using it instinctively. I don't have to like announce it to myself. It's like, ah, yes, I will use this. Alrighty, so here's the fun part about this. I love drawing, or it's tough, but I do love drawing forms like a Gravel and Luca drawing where their like legs are together. I really like that, right? Right arm. So actually we're gonna do the left arm first. The left arm, let's see. When I'm doing this pose, it's like down. Both my shoulders are definitely down. Like that. Yeah. And then where's my rib cage end? My elbow like goes down to like right here. And it's still like not fully touching. Yeah, it's just outside of like my ribs where my torso starts turning. And then it kind of goes down, and then my knuckles go up. I think. Yeah. Like what the hell kind of pose is Kavel doing right here? Trust. Trust. Luca's no longer that muscular. It was taken by Bill, so I still want him to be a bit muscular. Who doesn't love muscles? But this is very confusing to look at. So something I've already learned. I mean, I wouldn't call this drawing successful yet. Um, I draw better when I have like a 10,000 foot view, so I should not be that zoomed into things. Zooming in is a bit evil for me. The reason why I said like I like approaching drawings like this despite their difficulty, um, is because you get to solve some chicken and egg situations. Like if your arm is resting on the other arm, which one comes first? And there's probably some very wise artist out there who has like a schema for that I've yet to Google. Let's see if we're doing kind of because like I'm at a bit of like a forgive me for the use of the word pedagogical. But I have a bit of a pedagogical difference with Bridgman in the sense of his folds. It just makes no sense to me. They work, like I see them in the wild. But come on. Heading off early. This is my on-call week. Ooh, I'm sorry. Of course, have a good one. I don't know what it means, but I can forgive you. Thank you, thank you. I've been watching too much more Northern Line. Actually, I have not heard him use the word pedagogical. But I remember I was in an argument with my friend because he was using the word pedagogical. I'm like, that's not what it means. And he was like, yeah, it is. And then we Googled it and he was wrong and I was right. Ha. It's of relating to the process of teaching. So by pedagogical difference, I mean like I have a bit of an issue with not that Bridgman's wrong. I'm a stupid art baby. I would like to preface this. I'm a stupid art baby, right? So I don't know what I don't know, but from the things that I've learned in life, because I have lived and I have engaged with the world such that I am used to learning things to some degree. Uh, let's see. This is really like locked up actually into the armpit. Uh, I don't like his convention for folding. I just feel like I don't jive with it. His folds are like the half lock. The diaper kind of makes sense. I could almost get behind that. I need to actually read the text. I've only read like the first page. I've only read like I've engaged with plenty of articles about the folds. But you know what? I'm talking out my ass. Let's actually engage with the source material before I'm like, I have a pedagogical difference. Like, shut the hell up. Okay, so this is the chicken and the egg moment. I realize like whenever I tuck my arm underneath my other arm, it like almost goes to the armpit. I'd say like the halfway point of my tricep is where my wrist makes contact and presses the arm against the other arm. So if we have like this, I think, because yeah, the arm also moves in a little bit. So we're gonna get like a really small degree right here. Then we'll have our fist. Oh my god. There we go. Let me transform it, please. Thank you. Like right here. Can be bounder. I think that kind of works. I'm gonna hate it in like 10 minutes and redo it, but I think that's gonna work. People will read the word pedagogical on Twitter once and act like their name is Merriam-Webster. Is it Merriam? Right? So why are there furries with their feet on my Pinterest? I know my Pinterest is bad right now, but it's not that level. Thank you. It refreshed and it's gone. Is that Kanye? No, what? Okay, dude, maybe it isn't better. I am seeing some Gornito stuff though, so shout out. You know what? We'll take that. Now I'm getting distracted. Why did I even go over here? I don't know. Really, I didn't. I don't know. I saw Gornito's work. I started clicking through it. My attention brain died. Yep. Okay. So now we were hunched. Maybe both arms need to be raised a little bit and pushed forward, methinks. I think this should be the actual joint where it happens because the wrist is rather close whenever this happens. Or like the elbow is like right here, IRL. So we're gonna do something like that. We're gonna do meet in the middle rule. If I'm like stroking my chin, right? Where's my knuckles? My knuckles are like right here, right? Like pinching my chin. And then we go up, so we're gonna have like this. You're putting yourself in your drawing? Nah. This is just how I always go about poses. If I'm not going from reference, I'm just like, where is this when I do this thing? Which may not be the best habit because then I have like implicit white man syndrome with my drawings, and that's not because I'm a white man, but like I use that as a collective term for when you like draw the same or from the same thing all the time, that all your things kind of look a little bit like that. Pinterest is open and this is a bad thing for me. Okay. Now this is going to be Luca and Gravel, the titular duo. I do it all the time. It's pretty handy. Yeah, I'm just scared to like, since I do it all the time, that's a bad thing. Like, I'm equating it whenever you do like a bunch of gesture drawings, but you only do like buff white dudes instead of, like a whole mix of body types, sexes, ethnicities, all this stuff, right? For like facial studies and gesture and all that. So I think that's like the origin of the white man syndrome, right? That's the R. We have like that. There we go. That's the shape I'm looking for. Sometimes if I've ever characters have like they're sitting or doing stuff, I have to like stand on top of my chair. I've almost fallen on multiple occasions. Okay, and like it's going like this. There's like this motion with it, or to the top of the hand. Actually, yeah, it's like super rotated. So we're gonna erase the end of that. My knuckles actually point up. So there's like a rectangle like this instead. Oh wait, no. Oh yeah, kind of. I'm so tripping off the beat kind of right now. It's like here's all my fingers, and then here's like the pad of my hand. Pad of my hand. There's one thing, this actually helped me a ton thinking about it. I'm like constantly doing this pose over and over again. It isn't that high. I was kind of like doing the pose wrong right there. I'm one with Luca right now. I am a dumb cat. I'm not continuing that bit any further. I don't know why I'm messing with that. I like this shape underneath. That's like the main thing I'm noticing. It's like we're gonna have like a triangle negative space right here. But like, look how far. Like, what am I doing wrong here? Also, the head's a little bit big, but that always happens. Oh wait, Bear, I just saw what you said. I didn't even see the plastic. That is hilarious. Are wood chips I hate saying it. Guys, are wood chips a W nesting material? Like, shut up. But like, actually, are they a pretty? I feel like that's a slept on. People haven't heard about the wood chips yet. Wait until the doves and the pigeons figure out about this one. See, like, what the hell? Why is this arm so long? It's gonna go like this. What are we doing wrong? I think, first of all, the arm swings more inwards. What the hell? This is why we separate layers, so I can easily move stuff around until it clicks for me. Also, how do you do the I should figure out how to do like the recording, the canvas recording thing. I always see those time lapses. Then again, I don't need them. It's kind of neat to see for sure. Where's all this extra space coming from? I guess if I was a puma and I had a snout, my nose, my arm would be going out that far, right? Because originally it'd be, your hand would be right here, and that would make sense. That's me right now. But surprisingly, to your guys' dismay, question mark, I don't have a snout, so, or at least you guys don't know if I do. So if I was all the way out here, my wrist would no longer curve back like that. It'd be pretty forward facing. My big fear so far with this drawing uh, is that still a bit of the wrist pushback. It's a much smoother transition now. The arm's gonna be too long. That this is kind of what I wanted because I did want a lot of space in here to show off if he does the outfit. If we just decide to like really focus on his outfit, which I wanted to. Um, let's see, my thumb's gonna be yeah. Oh, really bad tangent line right there. Feel like we could fix it. I'm literally doing this pose right now as I look at the screen trying to figure it out. I want it to be comically inquisitive, like almost at the dismay of Gravel. Uh, I feel like the arm is a little bit too long. I I've realized that like saving all of these layers like this is probably a horrible idea. My current bull drawing is like 1.5 gigs. I'm not sure if that's normal, and it's also a very large image, but like still, I have like tons and tons of backups of the same layers and stuff. So yeah, I said maybe right here-ish. Make the bicep just a little bit longer. Zoomed in a little bit too much. Trying to decide because I don't want tangent lines. Then again, this is construction, so you won't really. That doesn't matter too much. That pinky's gonna kill me. See, like I don't. Ooh. I mean, that'll be an issue for me to figure out in the future. All I care about right now is. Getting the shape down. Oh shoot, did I wrong layer that? My bad. Yeah, we don't need it that much. Hmm. I like this one more. I don't know why. Okay, cool. I'm not sure. I purposely avoided doing too much of the legs here. I hate drawing legs. But I think we ought to. Oh, oh. Cannot spell, please. Wait, pressing F2. Oh, okay. Interesting. I pressed F1 on accident. My bad. Let's see if I was. Now I need to stand up for this. This is why I hate doing legs. I feel like the gesture of the body, we're going to be doing the shrimp. And then the legs are going to be like this, right? That's the idea. Also found a very amazing picture on Pinterest. And I need to put that in the Discord. And I'm saving a picture of myself because that may go in the backlog. Okay. I kind of wish I kept. Oh, I could have kept those gestural lines. We'll do it for funsies here. Something like this, maybe. I'm not sure if the whole waist should be like this. Let me see. Yeah, I guess. And the legs are going to be going like this direction downwards and away. Oh my gosh. Ugh. We're back. Feel like this plane is too exposed to us. Come on, Luca. Stop exposing your planes like that. Have some dignity. Cool. Maybe a bit wider. Why would this plane be too exposed to us? That means we need to rotate the whole box this way, right? Which means this actually needs to move a little bit. Maybe. I think I'm lost in the sauce. I need to like see everything for what it is. Maybe. I feel like it's a bit too foreshortened, or doesn't go back enough. Cool. Uh, I feel like I'm undermining the gesture now. Dang it, frick! Come on, Cav, you could do this. Nah, a little bit. Nah, I'm gonna hyperfixate on this. Waist orientation is always difficult to me. Or unless we get it first try. Maybe, we'll see. Gesture should not be spelled that way, by the way. Nice. Oh, okay, that is not the right tool. Hmm. I feel like it needs even shorter, more foreshortened. Maybe. I'm literally doing the same pose, dude. Not sure if this is like the pose that you hit when you have a beard. Not like, the Inquisitor, like, I feel like the box is too high. We'll mess with the chest form in a second. Take another sip of water. I feel like, honestly, the best way. I used to draw characters inside of boxes. Like I'd start with the box of the perspective of what I wanted it to be, right? Something like ridiculous like this, horrible box, and then I would like draw them inside of there. Um, but like that, I feel like I stopped doing it because I wasn't getting that much out of it. And I feel like the only way I can actually draw characters in perspective now is if I legit just have like the iconic stack of boxes just like around them to help me like um establish the scene, I guess. I don't know a better way of putting it. Um so like relative to these objects, I'm like, "Oh yeah, that makes sense. I can put them there like that." Uh Now I'm just having fun. This is like my favorite exercise ever. Did I just do a terrible job at it? Yes. Do I care? No. Okay. I mean, that kind of gestural estimation of what's going on was pretty good. So we'll just. Ooh, this song. I don't think we have any viewers. Dang it, we have viewers. Get out of here. This song annoys people. Uh, I hope don't actually leave, please. Now this one is a bit monotone, repetitive. I don't know. Oh, the doves are back. Every day I get to see there's a couple, as in a pairing, a a family of sorts of doves, two doves, that live in my apartment, specifically somewhere in my courtyard. And every day I'm graced to see them return. They hang out with each other. I mean, basically until I see them both disappear. Um, I assume this is like their evening shebang when they just enjoy each other's company. I appreciate it a lot. Ah, dang it. Wrong layer. What if you wanted to go to heaven, but God said wrong layer? That one I feel like could kill. But like probably not in the circles, I feel like would appreciate it. I would appreciate it killing, I guess. I don't know. What the heck? I see some weird stuff in my courtyard. Okay. Wonder if that one person who joined left. Oh, now more people are here. I'm sorry. Streamer is self-conscious about music, but still keeps playing it anyways. Ah, there they are. I saw one of the doves show up. Now both of them are there. Let's get a dove cam, guys. That's basically what my old bird cam is nowadays. Really, only the doves show up, and man, they show up. They are there in numbers. It is almost frightening how many there are at times. I think the max I counted was like 12. You're like, well, Kavel, that's not much. This is a 2 foot by 2 foot handmade bird feeder. I'm not worried about doves of all things being hitting the weight limit, but just that's a lot of dovage. I feel like they could form a small army, militia, if you will. My face when I draw on the wrong layer. Bleh. I downloaded a clip of me playing TF2. I'm still on the wrong layer, dude. Uh, Playing TF2 back in the day. a funny one in my opinion, and I guess that spurred on some of my other friends to start downloading my older videos that I made when we play games and start taking some of like our favorite clips from it. And I've just been getting sent some of that. That's good stuff. Something's off here. I feel like this establishes something's off with these legs. They don't seem tall enough. I feel like maybe. Yeah, I can see that. Delete, delete. Okay, my patience with the song has run out. You're like, Kavel, why are you constructing this individually when those are the like gesture sketch already kind of worked out? I don't know. But like I've always operated better whenever I have like a solid foundation for the construction, even if it's a little bit more tedious. Um, but it's also kind of fun, especially when you draw on the wrong layer. I think there are few greater joys actually than drawing on the wrong layer. Maybe like stealing from the elderly is the only thing that can really compete. Mayhaps. We're changing the perspective of this waste, by the way. It's very messed up. Oh my. Oh wait, no, I did. I did on the right layer. Yay! I was about to be so upset. Basically, all of these need to be full circles because the perspective is so high. I think. Yeah, I think we'll be okay. What we'll do to the leg is we'll do some of that. I got greedy. That was a good one. I still don't know the proper way of like kind of planning out or doing feet. I really want to because it's feet, so I'll leave it there. Yeah, I'll avoid doing a foot study because, yep. That's kind of more so the vibe I'm looking for. Let's say this is a successful stream if we could establish that. Let's fix up our waist. I think if we were still in a he has no waist. We'll actually save it just in case. There we go. Yeah, back in traditional Kavel, and maybe it's just changed with my opinions on or just how I am now with art. I'm not too worried about being slow. That really bothered me how slow I was, especially compared to other people. Um, it sucks to hear that you're like just I wouldn't say like factually worse. 'Cause, like what's so factual, or like what makes you worse because you're slow than someone else? But hearing a metric that is measurable and easy to compare, and people will poke fun, even if not in a mean way, that you're slower. That kind of sucks, but I didn't really pick up drawing because I wanted to be the fastest artist, and drawing still brings me joy. Just the judgment of others doesn't. So I don't have to stop drawing. I just have to stop either caring about the judgment of others, questioning the beliefs as to why that affects me so deeply. As it wasn't like I was losing sleep over this, no. But you know, am I just kind of making the same one? Rotate it that way a bit. Hmm. But yeah, there is still an intense pressure to be a faster artist. I mean, if I did this professionally, I would have an incentive to not mess around so much with every small detail and just kind of commit to a thing. So I guess in a way, I have the luxury of not living that life right now, at least. Or if I did commissions, I would definitely like try to put my when I say do commissions, definitely not in a I'm doing this for my well being, if that makes sense. Like I'm doing this to sustain myself. It's more so a I'm doing this to make side money, which I know is to be in a place of luxury, right? Like uh not needing to do this as my occupation. But regardless, anyways, I'm covering my own ass for something that no one really cares about. Uh there would definitely be incentives to speed up and to optimize. I still have a bit of that incentive just by virtue of being a hobbyist, right? Um, you don't want to spend all day doing one thing monotonously unless you like doing that one thing. I mean, I do like the puzzle of tossing and turning forms around, but beyond that, I don't want to do it all day. I'd rather get into the meat of the drawing, right? Yeah. Box chest form is a bit tall. We'll chop that off, move them down, and then I think we're ready to go in terms of constructing the rest of the stuff. Maybe separating the legs a little bit. Yeah, the perspective isn't totally right here. I feel like this leg needs to be up and the degree needs to change, maybe? I don't know, or maybe this one needs to. Wish I kind of just moved it to the exact same place it was in. Torso definitely just seems way too big, though. Let's fix that first. That's kind of perfect one shot. Yeah, the racing wasn't. This tangent line is gonna kind of suck. But I feel like we'll be moving the arm a little bit this way. The left arm a little bit this way. So that won't be a major issue. I feel like though in chopping off the torso like this, we've lost a lot of that gesture. So what we're gonna do. We feel about that. I kind of vibe with it. Composition would be something like this, and we'd have gravel in the background, carrying a bunch of bags, and then the storefront right here. It's definitely gonna have a different perspective. But yeah, so we'll worry about that next time. Cool. Oh, I forgot to save this. Jeez. Okay. I'll do that real quick. What is the name of this? We're gonna call it storefront. Nice. Cool. Man, the head's big. We'll fix that another time. Yeah, so thank you all for joining me tonight. Successful little digital 50% stream. We're just gonna take these easy, man. I'm not gonna stress. There's absolutely no pressure to finish something on time for us. I would stream longer. We have a lot to do tonight, but once I graduate college and I'm unemployed, we will be having a lot more time to do some fun stuff. So once again, thank you all for joining me tonight, and I cannot wait to see you guys tomorrow. Bye for now.